What's up? So today we've got the best lower body stretching routine for beginners for lower body flexibility. Stay tuned because we've only got 3 moves today. We're gonna rock them out and master this. So when you're done or finish a workout, you can hit these stretches and loosen up your legs, hips, and glutes and lower body. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to today's workout. My name's Frank. I'm a certified personal trainer and fitness nutrition coach. On this channel, I like to help you feel, move, and look better through mobility training and nutrition. And then today, we've got a 20-minute lower body flexibility routine, all right? We've got 3 stretches. Now, before I get ahead of myself, go ahead and click that link down in the description and also down in the comment section if you want to just go ahead and skip straight to the workout. So, it's going to be a 24-minute routine, okay? Now, it's 24 minutes because I've got a lot of clients that could really benefit from this information. So if you're one of my clients and you're watching this and I sent you this video, please do it. It's gonna help you, I promise, okay? And if you're anybody else in the world watching this, this will be great. We've got 3 moves, okay? Now you're wondering why does 3 stretches take 24 minutes? Well, let me explain, all right? We've got these 3 moves, all right? We're gonna do a single leg lying hip flexor quad stretch, which is actually kind of could be an intermediate, maybe an advanced move, but I'm gonna break it down because even if you're a beginner, I wish I knew this because I used to have this radiating hip pain from deadlifting over 400 pounds. Long story, don't wanna get into it, but you need to do these stretches, all right? Single leg lying hip flexor quad stretch. We're also gonna do the half pigeon pose or the pigeon pose, pigeon stretch, and also we're gonna do a single leg hamstring stretch. So one, we're gonna get the hip and the quad. The other one, we're gonna get the glute, hip, lower back. And then the third one, we're gonna kind of get the hamstrings, lower back, all that good stuff. So with these moves, we're gonna do a dynamic stretch and a static stretch, all right? This would be a great routine to do after you've done a workout, or if you haven't seen it already, and you're gonna do this routine, please do my follow along treadmill workout. I call it the best follow along treadmill workout you can do for beginners. Click on that video, do it, it's 10 minutes long. You're gonna get thoroughly warmed up. It's an easy workout, even if you're brand new and you've never worked out before. You can do that follow along treadmill workouts, 10 minutes, then do this stretching routine because you gotta increase your flexibility because heck, hopefully we're all gonna make it to 80, 90, or 100, or what if you live to be 100 years old? What's your plan? Do you have one? If not, you need to do this routine because it's gonna help you be more mobile. It's gonna increase your flexibility. This way you'll allow you to travel and live your life pain-free and without limitations. So, got a little carried away, but again, we have those 3 stretches. It's 24 minutes. So we're gonna do a single leg lying hip flexor quad stretch. We're gonna do that on one side. Then we're gonna do a static stretch. So basically after we do that, we're gonna try and hold that. Then we're gonna do the same thing on the opposite leg. That's 4 minutes. Next, we're gonna do the half pigeon pose. We're gonna do dynamic, and then we're gonna do static. 1 minute of dynamic, 1 minute of static. The dynamic's gonna be more movement. The static's gonna be more holding the stretch, embracing that pose. So that's 2 minutes and 2 minutes on each leg. That's 4, that's 8 minutes. And then the next 4, we're gonna do a single leg hamstring stretch, all right? Dynamic, we're gonna reach for that leg a little bit. Static, we're gonna hold it. Do that on each side. That's 12 minutes. And then the second half of the video, we're just gonna crank up some cool, chill music. And so that way, if you wanna go ahead and skip straight to the part with the music and you don't wanna listen to me talk anymore, you could just relax with some light, upbeat music and we'll just stretch it out, all right? So with on that note, let's go ahead and grab a water bottle. Let's get hydrated, let's stretch it out, and we're gonna smash today's workout. All right, gonna go ahead and grab a big swig of water because we're gonna stretch it out. So all these stretches, every minute on the minute, non-stop stretching, all right? Here we go. All right, so single leg lying hip flexor quad stretch. So we're gonna be on one leg. We're gonna start off here and we're gonna just try and drop, all right? So if you're having a hard time with this, as I have in the past when I first started doing this, we're just gonna try and drop back and relax. Before we even get down, we're just trying to rock because this might be a lot for some people. Maybe you can't even get your leg all the way back. And if that's the case, just rock back and forth here. So for the first minute, we're trying to get our basic movement. I'm gonna see if I can get from my wrist, my hand down to my elbow. So I'm just trying to drop back and come up. If this is all you have, you may end up holding it right here for the second portion. But then once we get from our wrist and our palm down to our elbow, we're gonna see if we can go down from our wrist, palm, elbow, shoulder, and then come up if it's too much, and then drop it back down, and then maybe come up. All right, this is the dynamic portion. And then for the static coming up, we're gonna try and hold it. Once we get that, now we're just gonna try and hold. Now you can see I'm a little tight my knee's coming up a little bit, my hips are kind of shifted. This might be you. This is a super hard stretch. So even though this is a static portion where I just want to hold this and relax, if you're not here yet, you might keep up with the dynamic. So go from here and then drop the shoulder and then coming up. So even though this is a static portion where I just want to hold, if you're not there yet, you might have to come here. And then maybe if you're here, open book. Just open it up. So you might still be doing dynamic movements. And when I say dynamic, we mean we're movement. It's like stretching with movement, right? So this is gonna help increase our range of motion and flexibility. But if you're already here and you're relaxed, I want you to try and get your shoulder blades down. Get calm, relax, try and let this hip and this glute sit down into the ground. Deep breath of air. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Just relax. We're just trying to sit into this move. It's gonna really stretch those hips and quads. Boom, I'm gonna repeat the exact same thing. Now, when you come out of the stretch, come out slowly, because sometimes that rubber band effect, like it can feel like a little painful when it's coming out of there. Arlo wants to play ball. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other leg. We're just gonna rock and then come back. My right quad's just a little tight, so I'm just gonna try and rock back and forth, nice and easy. And I'm just sitting here, dropping down. If I can get to my shoulder, cool. On the shoulder, open, and then come back. And then open it up, and then come back. And I'm just trying to go back and forth, just opening it up. Again, my right hip and my quad's so tight, so I might come up a little bit. I'm trying to drop it back down. Just trying to sit into this move and just open it up. This is a dynamic portion, so feel free to really get into this move. Like I said, I recommend you warming up first before getting here. So as you can see, I'm leaning towards one side. I'm gonna try and shift my body weight over so I'm more in a line. Okay, and I'm here now for the static portion. We're gonna try and hold it. Again, I'm still kind of tight, so I might reach, extend and relax, and then I'm gonna come back. Arlo, you playing ball? All right, and then I'm just gonna open up that hand. I'm just gonna reach, I'm gonna come down, and I'm gonna try and shift my shoulders over. And I'm just gonna try and sit in this move. So my thigh is just trying to relax it. I'm just sitting here. Deep breath of air. You gotta really focus on your breath here. Inhale through the nose, exhale, and relax. And then I might try and shift my hips. I'm trying to pull this glute to the outside, further that stretch, get my shoulder blades melted into the ground. Might open my hands back and out. Arlo, trying to stretch here, bro. All right, and just hold it there. This is a really good one we do. We wanna master this static portion of this stretch. We just wanna sit into this move. Just hold it out. Again, if you can't, you might still be reaching and extending, and you're bringing it back and then coming down. All right, and then we're gonna come up. Arlo, we're stretching. And we're gonna get into our half pigeon. So now we're getting into that left leg. I'm bringing it forward. All right, now if this is all you got, that's fine. All right, I love this move because of the fact it's gonna help open up our hips and our glutes. If you're brand new, be careful. You have to warm up first. Do my lower body foam rolling or do my warm up first, because this can put a lot of pressure on your knees and your joints, okay, if you're not warmed up. So if you're brand new to this and this is all you got, just rock. Don't try and force this stretch cold, because it's definitely gonna get into your knees and hips and glutes a lot. So make sure you're warmed up first, okay? But all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rock. I'm not all the way down yet. I'm rocking. I'm on the ball of the foot. Once I can get into a good position, I'm gonna point that toe, okay? I'm gonna point that toe flat down. And then I'm just gonna try and drop these forearms. But we're gonna do that in the second portion. So from here, you're rocking, trying to get that foot maybe forward a little bit more. If it's super tight, you're gonna bend it back, but try and keep it forward, okay? And then next, what we're gonna do is now we're gonna try and do that static portion. If you're still having a hard time, you can't get in here, maybe you come up and you drop down. You come up and drop down. But if we can, let's point the foot flat, let's reach, and we're gonna drop. Now we're trying to hold it. I love doing static stretches after a workout. Generally pre-workout, I don't like holding these static stretches for a long time. I mean, unless I'm like really tight, but it can decrease your optimal performance, especially in the world of strength training and powerlifting. You might do dynamic stretches, some foam rolling, and then you get into your moves, but static stretching I like to save for the end of the workout. So I'm here, now I might fully reach, and just try and drop and just hold. You really gotta find a happy place here. Dropping the head down, just trying to get a nice stretch. Exhale, work your breath. As you can see, I can slowly sit into that movement a little bit more, okay? We're gonna come out of it. We're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side, come out slow. All right, so we're gonna do the we're gonna do the dynamic portion of this stretch first. So try and keep this foot as far forward as you can. And I like to stay on the ball of the foot when I first start. I'm just gonna rock. So I'm rocking back and forth, okay? If you're super tight, you might have this foot down, and that's okay. It just kind of gets in the way of your thigh and your hip here. So I like to try and keep this foot forward a little bit more. And then I'm just rocking. I'm getting onto the ball of that back leg for this first portion. And it's kind of like a dynamic half pigeon stretch. So I'm just rocking back and forth. And this is, when I come back and down, I'm feeling that groin, my inner thigh, my glute, really just trying to open that up. So I'm just kind of rocking back and forth, just sitting into this stretch, onto the ball of my back foot, because that way I can still try and get this foot more forward and see, you know, if you're feeling super tight, this might be all you have, but if you're on the ball of that back foot, I might just stay up into the air, and that's it. And that's just really pulling on the groin and my inner thigh. Now, if I can, see that's a lot for me right there. I might drop this foot down a little bit. Now I'm gonna point that back toe, drop it down, get onto my forearms first. Let's just hold. Now we're doing our portion of the static stretch. You might still go dynamic. So for dynamic, for example, we're here, we're dropping, and then we're coming up. So I wanna think, let's go mildly uncomfortable, and then relax a little bit. But for the static portion, if you're good, let's just go ahead and hold it. Either on the forearms if this is all you got, or try and reach those hands out. Drop it down. Nice stretch. And then just try and get that chest over that thigh or over your calf. And then keep your body in alignment. Don't lean to one side, chest over the top. Think about being like straight like a pencil. Drop it down. And relax. Just sitting into that move. If you're having a hard time and you need to back out of it, you surely can, all right? Now this next one, we're gonna slowly come out of this one. We're gonna do our single leg hamstring stretch. So I'm gonna fold the other leg in. Basically, I get that foot in towards the inner thigh, ball the foot towards my knee, and I'm just gonna reach. And the reason why I picked this one instead of doing like a two-legged, I like to do everything on one leg or on one side, especially when it comes to stretching. When I'm short on time, sometimes I might do a two-legged hamstring stretch. But for example, we're doing a single leg hamstring stretch and we're doing dynamic here. So I'm just reaching back and forth, all right? And so what we're doing here is we're trying to enhance this range of movement, because sometimes for some of us, this is all we got. We're so tight, we may only go to our shin or our knee or our shin, but as we get more flexible, in order to get to the toe, I mean, I have a guy that's 87 doing this. Now he's sitting in his chair, mind you, with his foot on his walker, but we're reaching. And I have him doing these dynamic stretches now every day, and it's really helping his flexibility. So if you're even at home sitting in a chair, putting your foot up on the ottoman, you can do this, okay? And just reach for your toe, all right? And then next, now the static portion. And again, I love doing this after a workout because I'm like exhausted, I'm done, and now I'm gonna hold. So now I'm just gonna sit in there and try and hold it a little bit. If this is all you have and this is all you can do, that's fine. If you can, reach for the toes and get your hands over the top and really pull it. Now you might keep your toe just like that. If you really pull your hand over the top, pulling it back, boom, you can really pull in that calf a little bit more. If you wanna get the hamstring, maybe I'm just reaching here. Again, you wanna be in tune with the body, in tune with your body. So as I feel it really stretching through the outside, I may like literally pull my glute, open it a little bit, get my sit bone, my glute just down onto the ground more flat. So now if I reach, and instead of being twisted, shift my hips, my chest over the top. Now I pull, now I can feel it going down the middle of my hamstring and the middle of my glute. Just hold. Get a nice stretch. We're just trying to hold it out. Nice static stretch here. And again, if it's too tight, you can rock it back and forth. So that's what we're gonna do in this next one. We're coming towards our other side now. We're doing the dynamic portion. So man, my right hamstring's so tight. This is why I really need this one for this leg. So I'm gonna rock back and forth here. I'm gonna try and keep this foot as straight as I possibly can. I'm just trying to reach. Again, my toe and my foot is against my inner thigh, trying to come down. And again, my right side is my dominant side, which is generally my tight side. So if you're like me, whether you're left or right-handed, you might do this stretch just a little at one extra loop. So maybe you're just doing some stretches of your own, you're not doing my follow-along workouts, and you just add in a single leg hamstring stretch at the end of your workout. You start with your right leg, you go to your left, and you go to your tight leg. Either tight or the injured side, I'll do it first. I'll do the opposite side, come back to the tight or injured side. So again, I'm just reaching back and forth, trying to enhance that range of movement, getting a little bit more. I'm taking it mildly uncomfortable and then relaxing. And now for the static portion, just go as far as we can. And let's just hold it here. Nice stretch. As you can see, this is much tighter than my other side. I'm gonna have to work for this. So I'm gonna start with one hand here. Now, sometimes what you can do is you can get the opposite hand. This is gonna further the stretch. It's a little bit harder for me to grab, but when I pull there, now I can really cross the chain of my body and I can really feel the opposite side, this lat, the lower back. As I'm twisting here, I can really feel it pull through the left side. If I'm going here, leaning into it, you'll probably get a little bit more range just holding it here. I feel this more on my hamstring, not as much in the lower back, little lower back, but once I get that other hand over, now I start feeling the left side of my lower back engaged. So play around. There's no really right or wrong way to do this. You can get your right hand and pull out, left hand over the top, both hands over the top, both hands on the side. Make this move your own, but work on this stretch, all right? We're gonna do it all over again. Let's cue up the relaxing music and we're just gonna stretch it out and repeat this series.
Yo, this shit OP.
we are all stretched out. Come here, Arlo, come here, sit. Come on, sit for the camera. All right, so I really hope you enjoyed today's workout. Did you like Arlo in here? I know, I love it when he gets in my videos. But we've gotta stretch more often, trust me. Like, especially you, Layla. This video, I really was thinking about you doing this because your hips are tight, and the way to loosen them up is we gotta just stretch more. So that's why I literally picked these 3 stretches, but this was actually very therapeutic for me. I even really needed this video because of the fact my quads, my thighs, my hips, my glutes, even they get really tight too. So we can all benefit from this stretching. I literally just picked these 3 stretches because they are literally the fundamentals for opening up your hips, your quads, and your hamstrings. And the beauty of it too is I did a dynamic, and then also I did a static stretch, and I did it on each side. And then we did it for each three stretches, and then we repeat it all again. So this is a solid 24-minute lower body stretching and flexibility routine. I think now after shooting this video, we've got over 70 follow along workouts. That's awesome. On my road to 100, can't wait till I get that done because then, you know, channel will evolve. I'll do some cooking videos. I'll do a different types of content, and maybe here and there, I'll do some of these workout videos. But for right now, I really wanted to make sure that I can give you the best access to information, especially if you are a beginner, because yeah, I will have a lot of paid programs. I will have a lot of future stuff that you can do. That's insanely hard. But again, we all have to start somewhere. And a lot of you, I know if you're watching my content and you're search hitting on YouTube, chances are you might be new to exercise and working out. And so sometimes I know exercise can get a little intimidating if you haven't worked out before. Come here, bud. So on that note, thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and click that notification bell. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, so that way you never miss any of my latest content. And also if you click that bell, you'll be notified when I put out any of my latest videos and newest releases. So share this with a friend or family member that can benefit from some of this information, because I'm dishing out a lot of good content, and it would help me out a lot if you could share this with more people that could benefit from this info. And also, you could check out on this video, please applaud it. There's a little feature on there. If you really like this video and you want to donate a small amount towards this video, it'll really help out the channel. And also feel free to join the channel. There's no obligations, but you can click that join button and you can feel free, $4.99, $99, whatever you want to donate per month. There's some options on there. And that just helps me keep creating this cool content for you, so you can keep just pushing that health and fitness to the next level. So on that note, I'm out. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you watching my next workout.
I keep on working, got purpose and worth. Music's my cure and this world is my purse. Get rid of this curse with every verse. Of course I've been hurt, but some have been much worse. Leave me alone, get out of my head. Block out the opinions until I am dead. They all go to speak, but you listen instead. Listen some more and you'll cease to regret. I keep on working, I got it on track. You gonna see my name up on a flag. I sail this ship and I'll never come back. I keep this bitch on the line to attack. Never look back, I make a record like Crash. Top of my bracket I smash, I'm like a pack. I'm about to stack it like cash. It's gonna happen so fast. Never change myself.